guys, it's Lynn with Littlefoot Nursery. I am here with baby Evelyn. She is the Emerson silicone sculpt by Izzy Zhao, and it was a joint collaboration between Izzy and Noemi from Noe Art Dolls. So anyway, she is absolutely precious. There aren't very many Asian baby silicones out there, and it's something that I definitely really appreciate it when artists do create them. So anyway, yeah, and I guess one thing I wanted to, I think I've talked about this a little bit before in the past, but I know right now diversity is such an important topic, and it has been for a number of months, just given the whole situation with George Floyd, and I think it's just it's a really positive thing, I feel like, for our country, just to have conversations about racism and just greater awareness and things like that. So I do appreciate that. I feel like in our doll community there is I do feel like the ethnic dolls can be a little bit harder to come by, and I do wonder, like, and I don't have exact stats for this in terms of the collector base, whether how many collectors of a certain race, right, versus another race. Like I was just trying to think, like, do I know many other Asian collectors? I'm sure there are, I do know a handful for sure, but definitely, like, at the Rose Doll Show, I think it's a, ethnically diverse group. It's still probably a little bit more predominantly, white, versus other races. But, I do know a lot of the, a lot of my white friends, like, they enjoy collecting ethnic dolls as well. So, I think, yeah, and vice versa. So I don't know. I think we all, I do think that there probably could be more created for sure, but I do wonder, like, as an artist, is this has all the recent events, has that changed how you think about your own painting? If you have traditionally painted white or Caucasian dolls, are you thinking of trying to branch out and do more ethnic babies and things like that? So anyway, I'm going to change this sweet little girl, into this romper, and yeah, and talk a little bit more about the topic. So I think, I personally think, and I'm sort of more of a hobbyist artist, but I think, as, like, I have a doll I'm painting right now for a custom order, and I've been asked to create more of a Hispanic or Latino skin tone. So just a little bit darker, just a touch darker. I'm gonna actually have this go under. Sometimes with these spaghetti strap types of rompers, it's easier to pull them down. Okay. Oh my goodness, this baby's so cute. Right before I started filming this, I was just, like, holding her in my arms, and she just feels so great to hold. And, guys, because I've been not as, like, I'm in a little bit of a lull, in terms of my collecting right now. I haven't really been interacting with my collection all that much. And just seeing her again is just sort of like, takes my breath away a little bit, because I was like, oh yeah, these dolls really are amazing. It's like a reminder all over again. But I feel like, for myself, I have tried painting, an African American, like an AA skin tone. And by the way, I keep like struggling with, like, what term to use. I was, we've been having conversations about this at work, and I've been told that the best terminology to use is Black versus African American, and also Latino or Latina or Latinx instead of Hispanic. And I think for Asian, it's always been Asian. Like, I know there are a few people who sometimes will say Oriental, but that is definitely a no-no. So anyway, so my apologies if I happen to use a term that you guys are not as, like, if you don't like that term as much. I may just kind of go back and forth and be a little bit interchangeable. So anyway, but that was like good for me to know, because I just like hadn't really thought about it too much. But okay, oh my gosh, isn't she so cute? This is like the beauty of full body silicone babies. They really can wear anything. Oh my gosh, isn't she so cute? Oh, she's adorable. Let me pick her up. You really have to support their head because, oh my gosh, she's just so precious. Okay, let me put her back. So cute. Anyway, yeah, so I think for me, I do think the ethnic dolls are tougher to paint. Like I have tried painting Asian. I'm doing more of a Hispanic skin tone currently for a custom order. And I did one Black or African American baby, but then I had an unfortunate situation where some paint stripped off when I was trying to basically magnetize a pacifier. And basically since that incident, I pretty much just use Honeybug pacifiers from now on, because that was very traumatizing. Essentially the glue was not totally dry on the pacifier and ended up stripping a bunch of paint off. So it was very unfortunate. I did salvage it as much as I could and then ended up gifting it to a friend, but oh my gosh, that was crazy. So, so yeah, but I think it was a really pretty doll besides that, but it definitely is a lot more work. It's just a lot more layers, right? So I think there are some artists who do ethnic babies just extremely well. And by the way, I don't think that there's anything wrong with, I think one of the white artists was asking about whether it was okay that she paints ethnic babies. And I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and some do it just so extremely well. And so I think you should just paint what you enjoy painting and don't feel pressure to paint something other than what you enjoy painting. But I do think there is a high demand for ethnic babies and ethnic dolls, like of all different ethnicities. I think people really do enjoy the variety and enjoy having some diversity in their collection. Just my opinion. I think there are others, and this kind of goes back to the whole, topic. It was one of the topics I did early on in my channel, which is, do you prefer to have your dolls look like you? Like if you're, like I'm Asian, so I do personally gravitate more towards Asian babies because they look more like, more realistic for me, that they could be my biological children, But, in the end, though, I mean, I will purchase a doll that does not look like me at all just because I think it's cute and I just really like it or I admire the artistry. So, but I would say for a silicone baby, that is like such a big investment. I do sort of gravitate a bit more towards the ones that, I feel like resemble me. I did have Maggie and I did have Eleanor, but I have kind of since sold both of those babies. And I don't really see myself adding, kind of I don't know that I see myself adding, any more silicones to my collection. Famous last words. I'm sure that's probably not going to be true, but, but right now I'm just so happy with who I have. Like I have my portrait babies. I have Evelyn. I have my Mia, who's my Ella. I just think each of them is so perfect in their own way. And, so I'm just very happy with what I have right now. Anyway, but let me know what you think. Like as a collector, do you feel like the recent events have made you want to add more diversity to your collection? Like, as an artist, do you feel like you're painting more ethnically diverse dolls or not, or has nothing really changed? Because I do think that, you kind of find what you do well and you might just stick with it, which is, I think, totally fine. There's so much demand for these dolls. Like, I think, and I think what's more important than the doll being a certain ethnicity is just that the fact that the doll is painted well. I think that's important. So, but anyway, this little girl's so cute. I just can't get enough. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. And oh, by the way, I did want to share that we finally had like a day or two of better air quality. So yesterday, I got together with just some family and we had a little picnic outside. So it was just very, very nice. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment below, and we will see you guys on the next video. And Emerson, my Evelyn, is going to say goodbye.